everybody, my name is Justin Elliott with Elliott's Estate Sales here in Oklahoma, and this video is just a little bit about me. My backstory, how I got into reselling, and how I got into liquidating estate sales in people's homes and business closures full time.
Hi everybody, this is Justin Elliott with Elliott's Estate Sales. This is Justin Elliott with Elliott's Estate Sales. This is Justin Elliott with Elliott's Estate Sales. This is going to be our preview for our estate sale here in the Arbors. This is going to be our preview for our Preston Hills estate sale this weekend. This is going to be number 2 of 3 estate sales that we've got going on this weekend. We'll go ahead and get started.
At the time of this video, I am 33 years old. I actually just had a birthday. I have been in the reselling and liquidation industry over half of my life. I started reselling things when I was a young boy with my grandpa. My grandpa had a very, very strenuous job work schedule as he was the CEO of a large company here in Oklahoma City. And on the side, or rather full-time, he would resell items on the side. I graduated from Norman High School in Norman, Oklahoma in 2006. Go Tigers! And then very quickly after high school, I actually went to Oklahoma Health Academy, which is a health academy that no longer exists. I think a larger community college actually absorbed them and then apparently just did away with them altogether. I specialized in massage therapy, and I led a massage therapist's life for about 8 years. I practiced massage therapy for about 3 years by myself within a small studio that I ran and I created from nothing. And then I started to realize that, being a massage therapist was wonderful in Oklahoma City, and I wanted to start educating people on the industry, and I wanted to help other people with their back problems and being self-employed and living their own life and a free lifestyle and creating their own schedule and being self-employed. So I made it my goal to save all of the money that I could from an entire years of doing massage therapy, and I took that investment and I applied it to opening up my own massage spa. And my very first massage spa was on Western in Oklahoma City, very close to Nichols Hills in the Belle Isle area, close to Penn Square Mall. It was called Revive Massage Spa, and there I educated people on how to be a massage therapist, the techniques to practice, and how to, greet and how to maintain a client base, so that we could all benefit from the education and the massage therapy industry by itself. Now, it was a commission salon, and so I had many massage therapists that work there at this location. I had about 5 to 10 massage therapists, and as well, I took a full book of about 25 customers a week and seen them anywhere between 30 minutes or a 90-minute session, depending on their ailments and their back issues. Now, we did do facials. We also did hair removal services. We offered Botox, and we offered pedicures for people to come in and to enjoy the entire relaxation experience. It was very successful, and so successful that I decided that I wanted to open another location. And I opened another location and I put it in Edmond, Oklahoma, downtown. It was very successful. We operated that location, I want to say, for about 2 or 3 years. And so I had Oklahoma City's location going, and then I had Edmond's location going. We were all practicing massage therapy. It was a great experience. It's so much of a good experience that I decided I wanted to open up another location. And at this time, I was leading a staff of 30 different massage therapists and estheticians, and it was a great experience. I did it for 8 years all together with all 3 locations going at one time, and I decided that I wanted to take a step back and I wanted to start going more into reselling and going back to my roots of what my papa taught me. And so in 2014 I closed Revive Massage Spa, and I started doing estate liquidation full-time in 2012. And so after 2 years of being in estate liquidation, I decided to let go of Revive Massage Spa. I sold everything except for the branded name and, you know, some of the certain techniques that we offered there at Revive Massage Therapy. And so I went full-time, in 2012 with estate liquidation, and I've done estate liquidation ever since. And estate liquidation for me is everything. It is a way to be able to help people liquidate their items. Sometimes it is a very overwhelming situation, and people just don't know where to stop or where to start. And so it helps people on a daily basis. I am able to get a hug from many of my customers after the contract and the estate sale has been cleared, because they are able to relieve themselves of everything that was standing in their way of maybe selling their home or moving on to their next transition in life. And so for me, it's very, very rewarding. I was always intrigued by the stuff that would come through the home that my papa had. My grandparents lived on a great large estate in Norman, Oklahoma, out by Lake Thunderbird. And my papa had a 10,000 square foot warehouse next to his home. And so he would continually buy things and store things and keep things. And it just kept on adding up and adding up and adding up. And, you know, people thought that, he was crazy. And I say people, I mean my family. He would go out and buy things online, and, this is the time of early days of, 95, 97, somewhere around in there, where my papa was planning on retiring. And when he retired, he knew in his mind that he was going to do full-time reselling, as it's something that he had always done. I remember being a 5-6-year-old kid and running around in papa's shop, all the tools and the cars that would have been for sale, and just properties that were for sale. My papa loved to buy real estate, to flip it, to buy it, rent it, and throughout the entire time we lived in Norman, he owned multiple homes, multiple houses, and rented them out, fixed them up to resell them. And it wasn't just real estate. He took that into cars and into mobile homes and to jewelry, into anything that you can imagine. My papa was very experienced in knowing secondhand value, and I gained that experience, and I gained the passion to resell, and not only to resell, but to be self-employed and in control of your life and the way that you live and in your daily schedule. My papa is very much one of the largest inspirations in my life to be who I am today, to express who I am today, and to be able to apply that passion to everything that I do, including being an estate liquidator and being an online reseller, and using that education and that drive every single day. Now, while going through and doing estate sales full-time, I do set aside time that I am able to thrift items, be it thrift stores, auctions, other estate sales that are not conducted by Elliott's Estate Sales, venues where there are holding fundraisers, etc., to pick up other items to resell, and items that I am familiar with that sell well. Clothing items, jewelry, fine jewelry items, things that are, located within your home, personal property, titled property, mobile homes. These are the things that I look for that resell well for me and that I have experience in reselling. And most of these items require, some refurbish, skill. Sometimes it requires just an investment, and an investment in not just monetary wise, but investment of time, and just sitting and waiting for this specific time of the year for something to sell, or that specific buyer. And while I am doing estate sales full time, I keep my eyes peeled for good deals, and I am a very, very thrifty person, in person and in my daily day-to-day life. If I can go to Walmart to buy something versus Target, or if I can go to Winco grocery stores versus Walmart to get something, I will go across the street to save $4 on that, cream for your coffee that Walmart sells versus the one that Winco sells. And so that being said, I pay attention to the things that are around me and the prices that are expected for those items. I try to live a very frugal life, and I try to live a life that is easy to maintain. And when you buy something, you have to consider what its value is and the value that it will keep in the long term. And when I buy something, I try to buy it secondhand. I try to consider the brand, and I try to consider what it will be worth in the future so that I don't lose money. Because the best thing about buying things secondhand and living a secondhand life, living a reseller's life, living an estate liquidator's life, is that you know what things are going to be worth and you know the value of things secondhand. And so it's really hard to overpay for things when you know what they're going to be worth once you purchase them. Now, I appreciate you watching, and I subscribe, like, and comment. If you enjoy this content, please let me know by commenting down below. There will be more content. I do plan on offering educational videos for resellers that want to resell full-time or part-time, or maybe just to gain a little bit of extra money on the side. Now, I will also be providing educational videos on estate liquidation, how to sell your stuff, and how to make it easier on you as the seller in an estate sale or a liquidation situation, whether or not it is for business and or personal. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much.